finish that time for Danny Green.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Smith now into the front court. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. To the rim, lays it up and in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs, the strength of his legs. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1. To Drummond. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores. Strong take.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Pacers control. Goes to the left side from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The assist from number 15.
Shot from the lane won't go. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Cruises inside for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Danny Green. And he finishes at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Pacers secured the rebound. Knocked loose. Around the perimeter. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Sixers have the basketball. To Danny Green. probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. To Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here comes the screen. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Count the basket inside. Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
Hey fans, have you seen the latest items in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for the Pacers, number 25 and number 1, T.J. Warren.
Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. To Tobias Harris. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Beyond the arc for 3. He engulfed him that time. Sixers controlling. Cleans it up. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
From the painted area, won't go down. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Missed a wide open look. Harris to Embiid. Joel Embiid. 4 out of 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. To Tobias Harris. Rebounded by the Pacers. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Good look that time, but off the mark. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Shot by Warren misses. Down low for Harris. Won't go down. For 3. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in there,
both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Embiid. No good. To Turner. With a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step.
it just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Embiid. With a drop step. Nice pass to set things up.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Brogdon. Now a steal by Philly.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
To Embiid. The drive right to the basket. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Turner. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
Screen coming left.
Brogdon to Turner. Brogdon going to launch beyond the arc. Cleared out by Embiid. Oh, defender pulling the chair. Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That'll do it, third quarter complete. This game is all tied up. All even through three quarters. Who can pull away as we get started here in the fourth? Sixers have the basketball. The shot missed by Smith. Brogdon. To Turner. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Richardson up against Davon Reed. To Embiid. Miles Turner sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. Embiid lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries the wide-open three. That's too easy.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Brogdon to Turner. Fires the three. Free throws coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Knocks down the first. Second and 3 is good.
For the Pacers, number 22, Karis LeVert.
Knocks down all three at the line. Lays it up inside.
I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Here comes the screen. Oh, he had it. Smith into the front court. Leads a bucket. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Here comes the screen. To Turner. Curling inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Miles Turner trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw's good to cement the 3-1. To Embiid. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
Number 33, Tobias Harris.
Richardson. To Embiid. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Here's a chance from long range. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Embiid. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Number 22.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
Sixers control it. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Screen coming.
This is what I wanted right here. This is it. Screen time.
Shot won't go.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Harris. To Embiid. The jumper's off the mark. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Turner. Won't go. Richardson to Embiid. Tough make through traffic.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Driving right to the basket. Nice swat that time.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Short jumper off the mark. Shot from the lane won't go. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. He was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Save 10% off all merchandise when you purchase 3 or more items at one of our arena stores. This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Time to shuffle things up.
For Indiana, number 32, Devon Reed.
For 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos. Awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Pacers come up with it. With the interception. To Embiid. And he hits.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. To Turner. Gets it in the left corner. Fires the 3. He's got it for 3.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
In the front court comes Smith. It's an 8-point lead. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Nothing going here on that drive. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
For Indiana, number 7, Malcolm Brogdon.
Richardson to Embiid. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. Smith with the basketball. The lead is 12. Short jumper stays out. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. To Turner. And this will be out of bounds, off of Embiid. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Karis LeVert. Entering the game for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 20, Andre Drummond.
Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense. Drummond. Oh, and the Pacers come away with the steal.
Screen left coming, screen left coming.
From
screen
long
left.
range. Oh, he hits the three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Drummond. Harris. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Tobias Harris. No good, but two shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Joel Embiid, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. First one goes down. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Tobias Harris. The drive, right to the basket. Harris to the basket, but his shot stays out. For 3, textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Danny Green to Embiid. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It remains Sixers basketball. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 41, Kyle Anderson.
To Danny Green. Davon Reed able to recover with the block. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Right.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. Gets it in the right corner. Harris. To Embiid. Harris. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers emerged victorious after a tight finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Pacers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the Indiana Pacers. That does it for us. On behalf of the